Do you want to learn how to create these slimes in Scribblenauts Unlimited? Of course you do! Slimes! Slimes! And more slimes! Pink slimes! No more slimes, just pink slimes. Okay, hello again, everybody! I am Dr. Kendo, and we're here with another Scribblenauts Unlimited Object Editor commentary. This is where, of course, I just create your favorite characters in the Scribblenauts Unlimited Object Editor. That's only a feature on the Wii U and PC versions of this game. We'll start off with a torso as the source object for today's creation. A Megalania. You can see on this front leg set right here, just above the foot, there's this piece right there, and that's like an upper leg piece, I guess you could call it. We're gonna be creating the pink slimes right now from Slime Rancher. I'm typing in Martian right here, and we can go with the back arm of the Martian, or you could actually even do the front arm as well if you want different kind of lighting or shading on that arm. And so notice that we have the back arm we used first, and then the front arm we used on the other side. And so that's just to show like shadowiness hitting, I guess, you know, a certain lighting set on this creation. And a golf ball is what we'll type in after all of this. And the golf ball is just going to be really small, the smallest we can make it up here kind of at the top. There's like a little shiny mark, and I kind of liked how that looked when I saw the little avatars for the slimes in Slime Rancher. Again, this is just the pink slimes. I know there are tons of different kinds of slimes. A Dilophosaurus is what we'll type in here after typing in P, P-E-A. The P was the little shine in the eyes, so it's kind of like not necessarily a pupil maybe, but just a little shine and shimmer in those eyes. But the Dilophosaurus dinosaur, the body of that is what we can use for the mouth right here. That's just one stamp, and honestly these slimes, there's kind of many ways to create them, I would say. You know, they're so gelatinous in the way that they move. It's like the position of your slime when you create it could be, again, many different ways. But we're already at the properties editor. This might be a shorter episode for today. That's why we actually have two different kinds of creations from two different franchises, but here we go. I like to read background information and fun facts whenever we get to this part of the videos. The properties editor is just for health, what your object weighs, a lot of behind the scenes kind of stuff for your object. And so if we wanted to read some fun facts here, of course, slimes are gelatinous ball-shaped alien creatures that live in the far, far range and are a key element of the game Slime Rancher, if that wasn't obvious enough. The pink slimes, which we're creating some designs for today, are the most common slimes found in the game and are pretty much the easiest slime to ranch in Slime Rancher. And because of the mechanic where a large number of regular pink slimes are in a corral, they'll form a totem. We're actually going to recreate that ability in Scribblenauts Unlimited here. It's a pretty easy script, if you could even call it that, where we just go into the equipment tab on the properties editor and check off the second box down from the top where it says can sit on things, and check off the last box in the top half of the screen, kind of in the middle, that says can be sat upon. You'll see what I mean momentarily when we put this into action. You can see right here I've grabbed the monster kind of thigh piece or like upper leg piece and stuff for this second design of a pink slime. Again, because of the way that they bounce and everything like that, you know, a slime could kind of appear more flatter like this, like horizontally a little bit, or bouncing upward, kind of like the first design that we had. Dots for the eyes, as well as P, that's P-E-A again, for the shine or the shimmer in the eyes right there. And that monster piece, of course, that I mentioned before was the main shape of the entire body of the slime, if that wasn't obvious. And we got the jellyfish upper tentacle piece. It's like a line right there. It's kind of near the jellyfish's body. You can just take that, and again, we started off with the torso here, and that's actually specifically, you know, you could do a lot of inanimate objects typically and just make them alive here in the properties editor. Notice that, of course, we have those same boxes checked off, but as long as you check off this object is alive, then they'll actually bounce around like this. So even if it was like a piece of food that is normally an inanimate object, then it will bounce like this. So you can see here, I'm gonna go ahead and type in some more so we can have a lot of them on screen here. But the pink slime, notice when we place them on top of each other right here, they actually will go, as I was saying, on top of each other, so they can make this little totem. And if you want it to look a little bit probably more realistic, I would say we'll go ahead and take off these slimes that look differently and put slimes of a similar shape on top of each other like this. So you know, in essence, you could just keep going and make this a super slime tower. So we should maybe get a few more here and see what this looks like. So we got a pink slime, placed it down on the top, and of course you can just dismount to get them right back off. Kind of neat. And I can also also ride them as well. So here, if I click ride, I can sit here. It's much less mobile, I would say, obviously. Now, again, I said that this was going to be probably a faster episode than usual. Right now, what's going on is I actually had this episode right here that you're watching queued up. So I am actually recording this well into the past, I guess. I'm recording it well in advance, I guess I should say. We'll go with an eye as the source object coming up next for what I'm about to create. Of course, from Terraria, we're going to create the demon eye. But as I was saying, the reason I'm actually recording this in advance so far is that this is an episode queued up for when my baby is born. So at this point, if I'm uploading this, that means that my baby has pretty much been born. I don't see why I would upload this episode if it hasn't been. So that's baby Kendo, of course, a little boy, my son. The due date is October 9th. I'm sure you guys know, watching this in the present, what day he actually arrived, because I am certainly going to be keeping you guys in the loop of what's going on with baby Kendo. But kind of like how parents hopefully get maternity leave or paternity leave, you know, for a mom or a dad in a workplace, consider this my only paternity leave. Doing a YouTube channel, there basically is no days off, no paternity leave of any sort, no time off, no holidays, none of that. Anyway, we got a back arm of a shambler for the kind of red stringiness of the eyes back in the back part of the eyes, I guess you should say. And it is important. Characters in Scribblenauts Unlimited, you know, this is kind of like the 2D side-scrolling game or whatever, but normally a lot of the people in this game, we're looking at them kind of from a quarter turn, so not completely horizontal and not completely head-on, of course, with your viewing plane. But for the demon eye, of course, in Terraria, you don't really look at them from a quarter turn, so we are actually creating this completely horizontal, and so the Scribblenauts Unlimited objects are pretty much always right-facing, so that's why we have the eye facing to the right here. A bubble was kind of the main shape of the eye, an eyebrow in there for some coloration. You just saw a hemisphere we use for the color, you know, like where the iris would be in a human's eye. That's the color of the demon eye, that purpley blue. And so, of course, here we are in the properties editor again, so why not read some background information and fun facts about the demon eye, which is a common flying enemy that appears on most surface biomes during the night in Terraria. It follows the player, has a slow turn rate, and bounces off of blocks. There are 8 variants of the demon eye, pretty much most of which can be just edited from this demon eye design that we've created here in this video with minimal changes, give or take a few of the variations. We've got our Scribblenauts creation of the base demon eye set to, of course, destroy, quote-unquote, humans under the behavior tab here. So that'll make it pursue when we're about to place down some people for this demon eye to fight against. We may do several demon eyes, actually. It'll be more fun with more of them on screen. So there's our slimes from before. Let's go ahead and place down, we'll do a brave man, because if we just do a man, he's probably going to run away after we put down these demon eyes. I've seen enough fights and things in Scribblenauts to know what's going to happen here. We got a demon eye, and of course it is set. We don't even have to make it hostile or aggressive or anything like that, or the man evil, aggressive, anything. They're going to fight because, of course, these demon eyes are set up, as I said, under the behavior tab to pursue and destroy the humans. These demon eyes are savage. They just completely wrecked that guy. And so honestly, you could make them a little bit smaller, but I think it's good for my videos purposes, especially with a lot of people watching on mobile devices and stuff, to kind of leave them this size, but maybe in post-production I'll shrink them down just a little bit. But you know, they're demon eyes. So hopefully, as I said, I'm presuming I'm uploading this at a time when my baby has been born. Right now, as I record this, it's actually September 12th. And so with the baby's due date being October 9th, I expect it's going to be sometime in October that this uploads. I was sitting on this episode for, I would say, a few weeks before that, and I was about to scrap it just because I thought, okay, well, these are really easy designs and it's going to be really short, but if I create something, why should I scrap it? You know what I mean? I think if it's a suitable design for whatever we're trying to make, we should upload it. And so I hope that you guys do appreciate that. And again, I am always going to try and keep you updated on whatever's going on with baby Kendo. He is now a part of Kendopolis here with all of you who are the members of Kendopolis so far. Give him a warm welcome. Hopefully I can show some video or pictures or whatever. And you guys are awesome. So still, of course, go ahead and request things down in the comments, but just please know I am tallying them, but it may just take a while for things to ease up and for me to be back in the normal swing of things. And if there is some kind of format to these that you want to see, like, do you want to see the creations move faster and then we have like some vloggy type stuff in between each one? Kind of like when I made that behind the scenes episode back in April. You know, you could reference that for the kind of style I'm thinking. Let let me know. Or if you want to see like other video game footage in between the Scribblenauts creations, I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Anyway, I should probably end this before it gets on to a much longer rant. So much love to everybody. I will catch you guys on the next vid, and thanks for viewing.
Down the road of twists and turns, always anxious to see what's within. We can look ahead to the point of no return, to the rest of our lives as a